can't hear you.
Yeah, but we can hear you. Welcome to A Pinch of Basile. And you are here with us on A Pinch of Basile, and we're trying to get Basil to be with us as well. Hope that if you're joining us on Facebook, that you can call us at 844-790-8255. Just as a reminder, that number is 844-790-8255. And you can also follow Basil at Basil Fans on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So please follow him there. We'd love to have you as followers. I think that we are going to get him here real quickly, but we live stream on Facebook. You can listen online at americamatters.us and also on the TuneIn app from your phone or your tablet. Just search America Matters. And, you know, you just don't have any reason not to listen. We want you to listen to us and watch if you're on Facebook. Again, that's at Basil Fans. And real easy, just go to that video link. It should say live. You click on that, and then there we are. So hopefully you can get there. And don't forget, we are heard on Greek Beat Radio. Be sure to follow Greek Beat Radio on Instagram, and Facebook at Greek Beat Radio. So again, that is at Greek Beat Radio. They are a great partner, and we love having them.
Greek Beat Radio.
There you go. So as soon as we can, we will have Basil with us as well. Not much of a show when you got just me sitting here talking to you, but I will tell you that we are going to talk a little bit about some presidents. It was President's Day, and I'm a huge fan of trivia. So I did happen upon some strange and funny nicknames that we're going to cover. Some of the first 10 presidents that had some very interesting names. Also, when I was doing my show yesterday, we talked a little bit about, actually maybe it was last week, we talked a little bit about some presidents. I'm hoping I can find it here since I'm a little off the cuff. Some presidents that were pen pals. And I'm going to see, bear with me as I look through my notes and see if I can't find some of those pen pals for you.
And if we're lucky, we should have Basil now.
Oh, how about that? Good pause.
It's a miracle. But I'm actually listening to you, unfortunately, through my computer, not through my headset. So am I coming across okay?
You're all right. You're a little scratchy, but we'll get you right.
Okay, I'm sure.
Don't worry about it.
You will. Did y'all miss me?
Of course we missed you. I missed doing the show, that's for sure.
Well, it's been a little bit crazy. I've been gone, and I promise a lot of my fans that we'll be doing shows when I'm gone, and I apologize for that. But shows will be coming on by hook or by crook. We're going to make sure that we have fresh shows because that's important to me. I want to welcome if you're listening right now on Facebook, thank you so much. But don't forget, you can always call in at 844-790-8255. Janice, I don't know if you already hit this material already.
I did. I covered that for you. So I told them how to get a hold of us, told them a little bit about what we're going to cover today, but I did not tell them where you've been and what you've been doing and what you got coming up.
No, I've actually been all over through the Caribbean. I just came back. This is like 2.5, 3 weeks of hell. I've been home in that period of time a matter of 12 hours.
Oh, wow.
So it's been like, and I can only wear underwear so many times.
You got to turn that inside out, bud.
No, it's a little visual for you people out there just listening right now. It's been crazy. I just got to tell you, it's been absolutely crazy. So, but it's been a lot of fun, and I want to thank all the people this past week. On the Opa cruise in the Caribbean, and then I wound up going to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, at that great club that they have down there at the wonderful Boomerangs Comedy Zone. Did a great job, and I want to thank all the people. I tell you, just a lot of great people. I want to thank 105.7 radio station as well. They did a great job promoting it. As well as the Patriot newspaper. They did a great job doing that as well, and I want to thank them very, very much. But again, I signed that deal with Royal Caribbean, And so I'm exclusive with them until we get the TV show up and running, and I'm going to be making a major announcement, I think, tomorrow, so I'll have it ready for next week.
Darn, missed it by a day. Doggone it.
Missed it by, yeah, I know. I try to get it done today with the contracts and everything. So I've been kind of running all over the place, and I've been involved in meetings. I think one meeting was 3 hours.
Oh.
So it's been a little bit crazy for me, and then I got up early to make sure I had everything, and then banking and all that. I had to pay bills, too. It's amazing how I actually pay my bills. It was great. So what are we talking about now that we have a minute and 30 seconds left to talk about in the first segment?
Where are you going to be?
Actually, let me tell you. Let me give you a quick little jaunt, folks. This week, starting tomorrow, I'll be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the wonderful Comedy Cabana. I'll be there the 19th through the 22nd. March 27th through the 31st, I'll be Royal Caribbean again on the Liberty of the Seas. Then March 11th through the 17th, cruise again with Royal Caribbean on the Vision of the Seas. March 26th through April 1st, I'll be on the wonderful Mariner of the Seas. And then April 2nd through the 7th, I'll be on Royal Caribbean on the Vision of the Seas again. April 24th, I'll be in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania at All Saints Greek Orthodox Church doing my Growing Up Greek in America show. April 25th through the 20th in Greenlawn, New York at St. Paraskevi. I'll be doing my show there with them. And then April 26th through the 20th, I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio at the Cretan House. So those are my shows. If you want to get all the information, just go to BasileLive.com. That's BASILE.com. Basil Live. BASILE Live.com. That's all you got to do.
That's all you got to do. That's it. So simple.
That's it. Yeah, it really is. So we got 27 seconds left. I want to apologize for any technical issues that we're having.
We're going to get there.
We're going to get there. We're fixing it because we've added so many things and so many new toys and everything. So what I want you to do is, folks, don't fret. We're going to back in a little bit, but listen, I want to thank Greek Beat Radio as well, but we're going to come right back after these.
This is America Matters Media
on AM 1180 KCKQ,
a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now, back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back. You're listening to Basil all around the world, and I do mean all around the world. I want a special thanks and shout out to Paul Funksy, my brother, over at, I'll tell you what, Greek Beat Radio is great. I mean, he is broadcasting this show right now all over the world. All over the world. We're in Australia, South Africa, all throughout Europe, and especially London. We're on an FM station there as well, so I'm very, very excited about that. Yes, I will be coming back for another tour to London as well and throughout Europe. We're putting together a new tour right now, but again, for all the communities that they cover, we are so thankful. Thank you so much. If you miss any part of the show, you can find them on a podcast at America Matters site under A Pinch of Basile or on Facebook on the Basile fans page. That's BASILEFANS. Make sure you like us, and you can hear it from there as well. Also, that's good for the social outlets from Instagram and also Twitter, not only Facebook. I'll tell you what, Janice, it's been a really wacky almost month of being away, and I really missed this show. I really, really have. And what we're going to do is...
we've missed you too.
Say again?
We've missed you too.
I really have. And, and I'm sure many people have been pining, especially the women, and I can't really blame them. And, to be quite honest with you, I'm all about the love.
So now I have to smack you around again, right? Yeah, it's time.
Sure. Talk dirty to me now. Anyway.
Ain't happening, buddy. Ain't happening.
Yeah. So, did you do anything romantic for Valentine's?
No, we just stayed home and, shared time. That was about it. But it was fun.
Woo! You love birds. I'll tell you what.
Sharing
I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if our listeners right now want to text in. What did you guys do for Valentine's? I'm just kind of curious if you guys did anything. I mean, not only did we have Valentine's, it was backed up right with President's Day.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I bought myself a new mattress because it's the law. That's exactly what you do on President's Day. Because when I'm thinking presidents, I'm thinking about laying down and taking it easy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, indeed. So do we have any fun facts about presidents, do we?
We do. We have a number of fun facts about presidents.
I tell you, some of these that we were going through back and forth were really, I had no clue that, folks, for those of you who didn't know this, they paid George, he refused, actually, from 1732 to 1799, he refused to accept his presidential salary, like Donald Trump. I think him and Trump are the only two that never got paid. Is that true?
As far as I know, I have not heard of any other president not taking their salary.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I think, they're wealthy enough, they really don't need it. And
so do you think if Bloomberg makes it in that he'd do the same? He's got more wealth than Trump does.
Probably, or at least go ahead and donate it back to a nonprofit organization.
Yeah, they should do something like that if they're that wealthy.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Yeah,
that they would do something like that. I would think so. But I was surprised that $25,000 a year for the president of the United States.
That's a lot.
Then.
That was a lot of money.
But it was more than a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like offering millions today.
I would
if you
say.
Really think about it.
Yeah.
And then so that really threw me for a loop, to be quite honest with you. Now, here's something I did not know. The KKK, a powerful political force, Truman was encouraged to join the organization, according to some accounts. He was inducted, though he never was active.
Oh, he would be massacred today.
Pardon me?
He would be massacred today.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Oh, and rightfully.
What were you saying?
And rightfully.
Oh, no, two ways. I mean, because the association of the Ku Klux Klan, it may have been a social or whatever, but they were created for all the wrong reasons. Yeah. And even as a member of the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association, the AHEPA, we were formed for one reason only, to protect us from the Ku Klux Klan. So that was the reason that we were, our main number one chapter was in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's pretty scary to see stuff like that, isn't it? It really makes you
my God.
wonder about our country and everything. It's crazy.
It was stupidity. It was basic stupidity.
Yeah, $10 membership fee.
Yeah, $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really crazy. Grover Cleveland was the only president in history to ever hold a job as a hangman. He's the guy who actually pulled the lever and hung people, which I think is pretty scary to have that kind of job as well. Okay, now this one I actually knew. Harry S. Truman. What does the S stand for? What does it stand for? What do you think?
Absolutely nothing.
You got that right. It was just, they just gave him the initial S. It usually stands for something, but, Now, I read something about this. Lincoln, his last name was actually, they never pronounced it as Lincoln. They called it Lincoln.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that. Tell me all about it.
Well, I just heard this on some type of report that Lincoln's name was not referred to as Lincoln. It was Lincoln.
Okay.
I'm just only reporting what I heard. But anyway, it says here that Lincoln logs are named
and they didn't say Lincoln.
Pardon me?
And they didn't say Lincoln.
No, evidently not. But named after Abraham Lincoln and the log cabin where he was born. John Lloyd Wright, son of famous architect Francis Lloyd Wright, which, if you ever, the Greek Orthodox Church over in actually Milwaukee was a Frank Lloyd Wright creation. Did you know that?
I did not. And my parents were from Milwaukee. My whole family except me was born there.
Yeah, if you look Greek Orthodox Church and Frank Lloyd Wright, you'll hit you right to Milwaukee. It looks like a spaceship.
Huh.
And evidently he heard that there were a bunch of aliens, but they were Greek, and he created something that looked like a spaceship. A little stupid anyway. Let me see. Okay, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams once traveled to Stratford upon Avon to visit Shakespeare's birthplace. While there, they took a knife to one of Shakespeare's actual chairs, and they, I guess, so they could take it home, some wood chips on the souvenir. That's really amazing that they did.
Yes,
so.
and then I displaced this part, but by carving up Shakespeare's chair, Jefferson and Adams became some of America's earliest vandals. How about that?
Did they spend any time in prison?
Oh, no, come on.
The Hooskow? The Hooskow.
The Hooskow.
The Hooskow.
Nobody's spending time in the Hooskow except the good guys.
Oh, my God. Yeah, really. You got that right. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you ever got a chance to read any of the Federalist Papers. A lot of people are going, what's the Federalist Papers? Well, that's basically what the Constitution was based on. And if you know anything about Thomas Jefferson, if you read any of the actual Federalist Papers and you read, have you ever read any of the Federalist Papers at all?
I have not. I have them. I have a book, and I was going to read it, and, time just gets away from you.
Yeah, and I understand. I really do. But I'll tell you one thing, man, what really killed me is when you read any of the Federalist Papers, and I took constitutional law, and then one of the things that we were going through back in the day is you had to read a lot about what was going on. And Jefferson he was a beautiful writer, but sometimes he used the King's English, if you will, and he certainly did not make it easy for anyone reading. Where Madison wrote with passion, and it was really Paine wrote, plain English as well. But read Jefferson and any type of the Jeffersonian stuff that he put together. Very difficult to read. You have to read about 4 or 5 times to really understand what he was trying to say, and you got to read it slowly, so it's a little bit crazy. Let me see, James Garfield.
I would be asleep before I finished that, you realize.
No, you think you would, but it applies to everything that we're talking about these days and under, because when they were talking about Federalists, I think it was 56 or 63, I can't remember now, they were actually talking about impeachment. And why it was crazy, because they were afraid of partisan politics. Who knew back then, if they saw this coming, that they were afraid that partisan politics would have someone thrown out for all the wrong reasons. So, it was just a little bit crazy.
Well, it certainly seems to me that they were pretty smart guys, the way that they managed all this stuff, no matter what anyone wants to say today.
No two ways about it. They were brilliant, to be quite honest with you. But I really want you to read, just go to some of the Federalist Papers
I will do
that Jefferson wrote.
Give me a month.
Yeah, let me see. I love some of the stuff that you have today. 29th President Warren Harding in 1865 to 1923 repeatedly made love to a young girl, Nan Britton, in the White House closet.
You picked that one. You skipped a whole bunch to get to that one.
Yeah, I know, but that one really intrigued me.
I needed everybody to know that you actually skipped copy in order to get to this.
I did skip copy because this is we'll get to the other ones later, but in the closet.
In the closet. Pre-Clinton.
Yeah, pre-Clinton. No cigars, but pre-Clinton. And I really love that. I did not have sexual relations.
That's right, with that woman.
Nan Britton.
And then tell them the rest of the story on the occasion when the Secret Service
on one occasion, Secret Service agents had to stop his wife from beating out the door.
So they're holding back the little woman.
The little woman knew what was going on in the closet, and then I guess the next thing is Warren came out of the closet, which is another story in its own. But can you believe that your wife is pounding on the door, knowing you're in there?
Wow.
Poor Nan.
Poor Nan. Yeah, we feel sorry for Nan.
Yeah, in more ways than one. That's a small closet. Anyway, we're going to get back to the other ones. I promise we will, because these are great. I got to really admit to you that they are. We're going to be back, because right now you're listening to A Pinch of Basile. We're going to be back with a word from our sponsor station.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now, back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back. You're listening to A Pinch of Basile worldwide. That's right. Your folks are listening right now, Greek Beat Radio. They are sending this out all over the world, through Australia, throughout Europe, throughout North America. You can even get them here. I mean, it's all over the place. And, of course, if you ever want to get us, you can go americamatters.us. And you can get us on your little tablet, on your phone, whatever the case is. Major announcement coming. I guess we're going to have to do it next week. Very excited with some of the stuff that we're doing. Don't forget, we stream this live on Facebook at a Basile Fans, BASILEFANS. Like us, and then just go to AmericanMarriage.us if you want to do it that way. We want to hear your comments. I want fun facts, and I also want to find out what the hell y'all did. After that story about some president in the,
closet.
Yeah. I just was trying to say it in a nice way. He went in the closet, but he took a woman with him.
He didn't come out. He went in.
Yeah, he went in. Didn't really necessarily come out, although his wife wanted him to, and she was pounding on the door. That's hysterical. I mean, I would love to have been there to see that.
I was not aware of that. I wonder how many people have ever heard of that. I'm surprised it didn't come up when the Clinton thing was going on.
You know what? You would have thought that. If this is public knowledge, you would have thought that being over 100 years ago when this happened. Here's a couple that I didn't know. And I know that the White House was burnt down the second time when the British came back. And they burnt it down. But was Washington president? I don't think Washington was president back then, was he?
I don't believe so. No,
I don't think so either. But he said he never lived in the White House, in the Capitol. Was actually located in Philadelphia. Oh, well, that's the reason why.
Yeah, I knew that. But I figured you'd happen upon it.
Say again?
Yeah, I figured you'd happen upon it.
Yeah, I actually went there. I actually went to Philadelphia to see just how wonderful and that area is. And so, think about it. The birthplace of our country. So,
yeah. Construction on the White House didn't even start till 1792.
Is that when they built the White House?
That's when they started construction.
That's when they started it.
How long did it take? Does it say? Does any of you people know? Let us know. Give us a call if you guys know. Because I'll tell you what, I remember that Jacqueline Onassis, I've read, when she became Jacqueline Onassis, or Jacqueline Kennedy, President Kennedy's wife, she actually did a complete overhaul of the White House. I don't know if you knew that. I saw a special on that.
Yeah, I don't think I was aware of that.
Yeah, she actually, from top to bottom, I guess she really did a lot of construction, and they did a lot of stuff to that White House, even though Kennedy was not president for very, very long. And then various presidents, like Richard Nixon, put a bowling lane alley in there. Did you know that?
I did, actually.
Yes, I actually knew that. Just some stupid stuff. I got to stop reading fun facts. Right?
So Thomas Jefferson was the first president to move in there in 1801.
Wow.
So it took
when did the Brits come and burn it down? Does it say?
And now I've got to do more reading.
Give them time.
Sorry,
Give
were
them
we
time.
just depending on
1814.
There you go, 1814.
Yeah, it was the War of 1814. I should have remembered that. You think I'm kidding? It's called the War of 1814.
Okay.
2 years later.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Okay. Anyway.
But you sound like you're having a really good time being stupid.
I am actually enjoying
We
the
will
little
let you
fact.
do that.
Let me see. James Abram Garfield, the first president to ever talk on the phone, when he spoke to Alexander Graham Bell, who was at the other end, 13 miles away. And he said, please speak a little more slowly. Almost like my issues that I have sometimes. Anyway, that was interesting. Warren Harding, made love to a young girl. Yeah, I can't read that one.
Yeah, you can't do that one again.
Yeah, I can't do that, although I want to, but that's just me because of my sickness. Okay. Thomas Jefferson was the first president to be inaugurated. Did you know that? I didn't know that. The inauguration?
I don't think I did. No, I don't think I knew that either.
I didn't know that. Okay. You see, the term okay derives from President Martin Van Buren, which my mother-in-law lives on that street. 1782 to 1862 was known as Old Kinderhook. What the hell was that?
I have no idea.
What kind of fun fact? Because he was raised in Kinderhook, New York. Okay, Kinderhook. Okay, that was
Old Kinderhook.
Yeah, okay. Grover Cleveland is the only president to be elected in 2 consecutive terms.
Non-consecutive.
Non-consecutive.
Right.
Wow, I didn't know. Okay, you know what? I did not know that.
Yeah, 22nd and 24th. I think that's
so. Who
really
was 23rd?
Oh, we have to look it up now.
And here's another question: if a president serves 2 terms, can he ever run again? Not for a 3rd consecutive term, but for...
No, because he's already served 2 terms.
Okay.
Not according to the law at this time, anyway.
Yeah.
Benjamin Harrison was the 23rd president.
There you go. Thank you very much, Christian.
What did he say?
Benjamin Harrison.
Wow.
23rd.
Did Benjamin Harrison actually do 3 terms?
No. He was the 23rd president.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like this next one about President Bush.
Yeah.
That's really
President
kind
Bush
of
Sr.,
interesting.
and I remember when this happened.
I don't remember this.
I remember this. I was President Bush Sr., that's Bush 1.
Yes, Bush 1.
Vomited on the Japanese prime minister. A new word entered in the Japanese language, which is Bush Usuro. Bush Usuro.
That's
which
right.
means to do the Bush thing, or not to publicly vomit on a presidential or someone of high rank. It's Bushudo. So
Yeah, you can see that happening, right?
no, not at all. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Actually, that's pretty funny, I'd say. Yeah, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 1917, famous inaugural line.
Everyone
Ask
knows
not
this
what your
one.
country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. We used to have that on the wall in our kitchen.
That was so powerful, I thought.
It was. Great president, but the thing is, we'll really never know.
Right.
Because he was only in office for such a short time.
Right.
And basically a lot of his things that he wanted to were really still Eisenhower's laws and directives and stuff that was. But I've always enjoyed Eisenhower. To read something about Eisenhower, that's always fun to whatever. Let me see.
No, but we have to say why that was important. It echoes what...
Say that.
I
the
said
echoes.
It echoes similar directives made by many others.
Including Cicero, Oliver Wendell Holmes, Jr., and President Warren G. Harding, who told the 1916 Republican Convention, we must have a citizenship less concerned about what the government can do for it and more anxious about what it can do for the nation.
See, and it's all about how you say it, right?
There's no 2 ways, but also you got to remember, Kennedy was probably one of the first presidents that really, that's when media was really at its zenith.
Yeah,
when it first came out, and people saw that speech,
Yeah.
and it was so important. They didn't have that. So you're really basically getting secondhand information from a reporter that covered the original when it was sent, the original time. So,
right.
That's probably the only thing I can think of. I mean, you say it today, oh my God, it'll be like fire, through seconds because of media. Martin Van Buren was the first U.S. president to be born a United States citizen. Yeah, if you really think about it, everyone was built from England.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
They were British. Yeah.
Wow, British subjects, huh?
Yep.
Very interesting. 6 presidents were named James: Madison, Monroe, Polk, Buchanan, Garfield, and Carter. And can you
So if
name
your name
me,
is James, you too could be president of the United States.
Very true. Very true. Can you name me? Let me see. Okay.
What are you reading?
Can you name me 5 presidents that are not buried in U.S. soil?
Oh. No, I cannot. I could look it up if you give me time to Google it.
I'm just wondering, how you're doing with this stuff, because this is important facts that you need to know. So, I'm just telling you out there, you should really know your stuff. I'm going through my list right now in my heart.
Woodrow Wilson. Wait, no, not Woodrow Wilson. Hang on.
I
don't know. I can't find it.
You can't find it? Come on.
Come on. Come on.
You can do better. You know what?
can.
That would be an actual great question for the listeners out there.
Yes.
And maybe I can give them something, a T-shirt or whatever.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I take that back. There were only 4.
You're
4.
4. Okay. So that's why I couldn't find it. I looked for 5.
Okay, put 4 in there. Let's see what you can come up with.
All right. I know.
Such a wise ass.
That's me.
I mean, it's real simple. Think about back in the day.
I don't know.
For those of you
do
who
it
are
after
watching
the break.
this right now on Facebook, message Janice, and she will tell me, and I can guarantee you. 4.
All right.
Presidents.
All right. 4 presidents.
Not
so tell
buried
us.
on U.S. soil.
All right.
Christian, any idea?
Not a clue.
That's why I love it.
Maybe he's making it up.
No.
No?
No, not
Okay.
making it up.
All right.
But folks, listen, we're getting close to the end of the third hour. I want to hear from you fans. I really do. So give us a buzz real quick. And you're listening to A Pinch of Basile. We'll be right back after these messages.
This is America Matters Media
On AM 1180 KCKQ.
a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Are you shy and don't want to talk on the air? Text us your questions or comments to 775-237-2266. Now back to the show.
Oh, we are indeed back as I'm going through all these papers to try and find the 4th segment that we're doing. But you are listening to A Pinch of Basile. I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Janice Hermson, my wonderful engineer, who is a very smart cat, Christian. And you are, listen, you know what I like? I like when we do this show and we fly off the cuff sometimes. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And do you really want to know what the right hand is doing is the other question. And, to be honest with you, I'm excited. We have so many things going on right now. And, you know, folks, I promise you we're going to change a little bit on the format to make sure that we always good, fresh shows for you, especially now that we got wonderful Greek Beat Radio, and there are other stations coming on board with us. But you can always find out more if you go to americamatters.us and pick out A Pinch of Basile, either on your tablet or on your phone, or you can also go ahead and check us out at Basile. That's right, Basile Fans. BASILE-FANS. Like us, check us out. Concerts all over the place. A lot of great news coming up, like I said, and I wish I could have finalized everything today, but I couldn't. So once we do that, it'll be out there for everyone. I really want to find out what the hell y'all did for Valentine's. And I know there's a couple of kinky monsters out there, but you can text us also. Janice, what is that text number so you can let people know?
Oh, they can text us at 775-237-2266 anytime.
Absolutely. You can also
We just won't answer you anytime.
No. Yeah. And you could also go ahead and email me if you want. info@BasileLive. That's INFO at BASILELIBE.com. Or check out our website. There's also a link there for you as well. This is the last segment of the show. I got to be honest with you. It's really great to be back on the air. It really is. I'm excited. And there's a couple of other weird facts that you actually gave me. And I started reading through this, and I was laughing at a couple of them, and I was not aware. But maybe, you may have some other weird facts. Like I always have these fun facts that I always love talking about. But the one that really made me laugh was the first one that you sent me. That was really funny.
Isn't that funny?
The Goodyear blimp is the official bird. Are you listening to me, folks? The blimp is the official bird of Redondo Beach, California. Now,
that is just crazy.
I don't want to say these people have issues. I really don't. But you got issues. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
okay.
My nephews used to live in Redondo Beach. I think I'm glad they moved.
Yeah. And, God forbid, if you let a balloon up in the air, oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And they did that in 1983.
Wow.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Why are people like that? Why?
I don't know.
This nonsense.
I don't know. I wasn't living down there then, so I didn't hear about that. I wish I would have been down there. And
is Redondo Beach pretty nice?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Is,
I haven't been. I have not been to Redondo Beach. And,
there's lots of nice places down there. There's, we ought to bring our show out there. Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely.
Hey, we could do it from my nephew's studio. How about that? I'll give him a plug.
Oh,
Light
why
Black
not?
Productions.
I wouldn't have a problem with
Light
that.
Black Productions. There you go.
Good. Give him a nice little plug. Is he paying us any money for that?
We'll see. But I'm going to get it if he pays it,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yes, that's good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's good. Take my money out of my mouth.
There you go. There you go.
And also, I forgot to tell you, we may be having a new sponsor.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'm excited about that too. So, for all of you who are watching the shows, I think we're moving along now that we got Greek Beat Radio. And I want to thank all the listeners who are in the UK right now. It's almost midnight for you.
Yes.
All you do. You're eating your fish and chips like proper people like that. And let me tell you something. I love British women. I love British women. The way they carry themselves, the way they look, the way they talk. Just, do you fancy us going to eat something together? Yes, I not only fancy it, I really want to do that. So, and I love fish and chips. My family a long time ago used to own they were like the founding fathers of Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips back in the day. And then it went public, and then things started falling apart. But they're still out there. Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips is out there. Do you like fish? I don't know if you're.
I love fish and chips.
Do you really?
I do.
I mean, but it's got to be like the authentic fish and chips.
It has to be really good. Yeah, it's got to be really good. And I don't know. There's a certain thing about the textures that have to be right. The crispness on the outside and the texture of the fish on the inside. That has to be right.
And it was always wrapped up in newspaper.
Of course.
They always use newspaper. Not newspaper like the one we read, but the paper.
No, the paper stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the actual paper itself. And that's the kind of, I use it for packing and all that. But I got to tell you, man, I love fish and chips with a lot of malt vinegar.
Yeah,
got to have a ton of malt vinegar on it.
Yeah. My husband would like that a lot more than me, the malt vinegar part.
Really? You didn't like it?
It's okay.
On my potatoes with salt?
Yeah, but he would love that, yeah.
Oh, no two ways about it. Here's a interesting fun fact, but I actually think I knew that because every time you fly through clouds on an airplane, on a jet, you always have turbulence, right? Well, that turbulence just, isn't caused by nothing. It is caused by something. Clouds are not as light and fluffy as they appear. No, in fact, researchers have found that a single cloud weighs, are you ready for this one? About 1.1 million pounds.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
And how did they know? Well, the number is calculated by taking the water density of a cloud and multiplying by its volume. Unfortunately, the cloud can still float at that weight because the air below is even heavier, which is really amazing to me. We always learn in school about cumulus clouds and all different types of clouds that are out there. I never knew that, but it makes sense because every time you fly through there, it's dense, right? So you think about it, and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So, and you and I have to talk about also another thing because, this whole virus situation that's going on right now.
The corona.
Oh. And what I have done, folks, I've written to the CDC to maybe, if we named it the Bud Light virus, it would be half the calories and maybe not as potent. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's something. Okay. Want to throw that
Tessie says that she misses you in Perth, Amboy, New Jersey. Sorry, my glasses are a little messed up.
Amboy. Well, I was going to say Australia. Wow, they're still up right now. Okay, yeah. No, Perth, Amboy, New Jersey.
Yes.
And I got to come back and do a show there. I love that show.
Yes.
We had a great time, and tell her I said hello because I don't have my little phone with me. Well, it's here, but it's not connected like we usually do.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and take care of this. But tell her thank you, and I love her, and I love all the people at Perth Amboy. Very, very sweet people. A couple of other little things to encourage more young people to donate blood, and I used to do it all the time when I was in high school and college. It's the Sahlgrenska University Hospital in Gothenburg, Sweden. When their blood has been dispensed to someone in need, a common issue with blood donation is that, along with other types of charitable donations, is if the donor doesn't know that the recipient...
If the donor doesn't know the recipient, then it's harder to convince them
of donating. Yeah. Wow. So they have to know who they're giving blood to?
Apparently, yeah. They started the system in 2012, and potential donors in Sweden have proof that their contribution is going to good use. So they just want to know that, hey, that really did go to somebody.
Wow. And I'll tell you why.
That's lack of trust. That is lack of trust.
I gave blood. They gave the best cookies and orange juice after you gave a pint of blood. Best. Did you ever give blood?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Lots. I think I hit the gallon club or something like that. It was kind of crazy when I was in high school. So I did it like twice a year, I think. Twice a year I gave blood. All the jocks lined up. We all got to lay down for a while and have cookies and oranges.
That's why you did it.
Beautiful.
That's why you did it.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, listen, we got a bunch of other stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm so excited. Like I told you, I told you the news, but we're going to save it for next week. Folks, I want to tell you a couple of things. I'm so glad that you joined me today on the Pinch of Basile. We came back. It's been a crazy,
probably
month practically.
Yeah, just about a month.
And Janice, I want to thank you so much for taking care of things for me, and with everything that's going to go on. I think we're going to be able to go ahead, and we're going to have nice graphics behind me next week, and I think that's going to be great. Yes. So reminders for those of you who are listening right now to listen every week on Tuesday from 6 to 7 New York City time. That's Eastern Standard Time for all of you cats out there. We can be heard around the world on americamatters.us. If you're using the TuneIn app, just search America Matters and be sure to keep it on as one of your favorites. I want to thank personally Paul, Funksy boy. I love you. I am so happy. And for all my people, my friends in the UK, I love you guys. But also that signal goes all over the world. So I'm very, very excited about that. I want to thank you. You can always find me on Basile Fans. That's BASILE on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. If you want to give us a call, you can always do that at 844-790-8255. I want to thank you so much for joining me. You have been listening to A Pinch of Basile. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye all.